Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Well, today is a court holiday. I will be going into work today, so yay. That's actually a good thing. I don't get paid for holidays. I gotta work to make my money. Billable hours, baby. Billable hours. So I don't mind, in particular, going into work today. I think that's a good thing. And for those of you interested, yes, the holidays sucked for me because losing Monday and Tuesday of each week, and I lost Thursday for a holiday party. And boss man wasn't around much to hand out projects, things like that. So, I'm just an office boy. Anyway, there were a couple short bad weeks in there, so that wasn't very fun. So I'm absolutely not upset at all that I get to go into work today. So yes, I am fully aware. Everybody keeps asking me if I've seen the News Now Patty Cakes video where he has gone full sovereign citizen right to travel nonsense. For those of you interested in wondering, no, there is no such thing as a right to drive a vehicle in any capacity under any term of the definition of the term drive. There is no right under the Constitution to drive a car, to operate a motor vehicle, to pilot your land ship, whatever the fuck the sovereign citizens want to call it. There is no right. None. Zip, zero, nada, Nathan, nothing, zilch. You will never see a sovereign citizen post up an actual case, any jurisdiction in the U.S., probably not in Canada or New Zealand or Australia or UK. No, I don't think any of the old British Empire ex-colonies or the UK itself. I don't believe you'll ever see any case that says you have some sort of a right to drive, to operate a motor vehicle in or out of commerce, period. I don't know how to make that more clear. You can't use the steering wheel to navigate your land ship or whatever the hell you want to say. There is no right under the U.S. Constitution, the Magna Carta, or anything else to do that without an operator's license, a driver's license, a driving permit, whatever you want to call it in your particular jurisdiction. Show me one case that says you do not need that. And just to be fair, when motor vehicles came out, they were initially unregulated and they didn't require driver's licenses. That's why you'd see like 12-year-olds out there driving motor vehicles around. So let's narrow it down to 1920 and later. Because yes, this does continue to get litigated. And no, it never works out for the sovereign citizen. Now, do they sometimes get cases dismissed? Absolutely. There's lots of reasons to get cases dismissed. Like if they could show the stop, lack of reasonable suspicion or probable cause. All of a sudden, bada boom, bada bing. There they go. But the court didn't adjudicate on the right to drive a vehicle. There is a right to travel, but that does not equate to a right to drive. You can walk from state to state, and the states can't stop you from doing that. But you can't drive. Not without a license. You need a license. So I've had a lot of questions about that, and I don't really want to make a solid in-depth video where, I throw up Patty Cake's Pussy Destroyer as the icon and I link to Patty Cake's channel, because I have a less than 100% but greater than 50% belief that he's doing what he's doing for clicks, views, money, income, etc. That is my strongest, most fervent belief about him at this point. And you'll see it a lot, especially in sovereign citizen channels. They all want to sell their little knowledge packages. Patty's stupid, so he just tries to hide his behind ads. The real pros, Patty, the real pros will charge you for it. They'll give you a teaser in their video, and then they'll sell you a package for like $400-500 that will purportedly get you out from ever having to pay for insurance or registration again, and will protect you from getting any traffic tickets. Of course, it's all bullshit. They've taken your money and they don't produce, and they'll just tell you that you did it wrong. It's a cycle that repeats itself over and over again. I have a toe in the sovereign citizen waters, and I have seen it multiple times. There's a quatlos.blog, QUATLOOS, I think, blog, where it's a bunch of lawyers and judges and things like that who are all interested in the sovereign citizen movement, just laughing at and poking holes in all these various cases. I know that people think that there are cases out there that support the notion that you could drive without a license. And the fun thing is, if you actually start reading any of the cases, they completely undermine it. I know when Freeman first came out with his right to drive nonsense, and he offered up some examples, I tore them down pretty quick. I mean, they're easy peasy lemon squeezy. They're not hard to do at all. You just have to actually read the case. And that's where they get you, is that your dumbass is watching a video on YouTube and not reading the case. So they tell you the case says X when the case doesn't, and they've got you. Next thing you know, you're citing bad case law to a cop after he's broken your window and tased you. So my initial instinct was to let the sovereign citizen bashing people out there tackle old Patty Cake's video instead of doing it in community where everybody knows who he is and are going to go to his channel to mock him and give him those clicks and views and likes and dislikes and comments telling him how he's so stupid. Those help him. And my intention is not to help Patty Cakes, because he's a retard and he's a liar and he's a fraud and he's a bully. So I wasn't going to do it. But then, as you know, I've been making videos about this Brett Interlide issue that he's got going on. And I've been pretty vocal in my support of Interlide, because Patty's a little pussy, but he's also a bully. And I've made a pretty big donation for me, because I'm a po' boy. I made a pretty big donation to Interlide, and over the course of a couple hours, me and some people on my Discord server managed to get him well up over his $1,000 goal. And God bless the man. I hope he whips Patty's ass, because what Patty's doing is bullshit. Well, anyway, as luck would have it, last night, while I was engaged in pleasant conversation on my Discord, old Patty Cakes called me, because he likes to do that from time to time. Makes him feel like a man, thinking he can call somebody up on the phone and chit chat with him. Apparently he called me around 1:45 in the morning on Saturday night or Sunday morning, but I'm asleep at that time, so no. And the phone number he has is just my public phone number. Don't get all excited. He doesn't have anything special. He has no special contacts to me. So he gets me on the weekends and evenings if I see the phone ringing. Or if I don't have it muted like I did yesterday, because I had been conversing with Nate and Pink the night before. Anyway, long story short. So he called me up and he did the standard bullshit. First, he tried to do the pity me, sympathize with me. I'm sure he's done that for all his life, because he's a little tiny person with a soft face and soft arms and I'm sure everything about him is soft, so small and soft, just like a woman. And I'm sure he's played that card many times. The you're just picking on me, you're a big bully, pity me. And I don't play that game. I treat everybody the same. You come to me stupid, I'm going to tell you you're stupid. He wanted me to stop making videos showing how he's stupid. And no. If I think it deserves criticism, I'm going to criticize it, Patty. So then he did the standard thing. He's doing the same thing now that Hemming did, that Ben Narvez, aka Fat Parasite, did. Methy Mouse, D Cup Jones, everybody, whatever. It's no big deal. He's going to call my boss and get me fired. And I wish him the best of luck in that. I told him repeatedly to do it. He said I was just telling him to do it because I was scared that he'd do it. And so I am saying formally, Patrick, whatever the fuck you want to go by, you little dumpling-faced bitch, call my boss. Call him. Try to talk to him. Actually, just try to talk to him. Just ask to speak with him. They're going to ask you what case is this referring to, and you're going to have nothing. I just want to complain about one of your attorneys. And then they're going to hang up on you. But do it. Record it. I can't actually say that. I am not authorizing you to record it. I don't have that authority. But it would be interesting to hear it if you did it. Now, I want to let you know you'd be exposing yourself to some sort of criminal liability, potential criminal liability, because California is a two-party state. So I'm certainly not recommending it, but I think you understand the gist of what I'm saying. It would be interesting to hear. I'm not advocating you do it. Go ahead and file that lawsuit. Have D Cup Jones. D Cup Jones, by the way, according to Patty. Now, Patty's a liar, so take this with a grain of salt. But D Cup Jones has apparently prepared a lawsuit that he's going to file against me, suing not only for the mean and nasty things I've said about him, all of course with documentation, so good luck on that, fat boy. But he's also going to sue me for all the mean and nasty things I've said about the other auditors and other people in general. And that's a new one. You know, I'm just a first-year family law attorney, but never in my life have I seen where you can sue for something happened to somebody else without some sort of special relationship. Like you could sue as a guardian for your kids or something like that, but just suing for random people. Maybe it's a class action. I don't know. That would be interesting to see. A class action defamation lawsuit. Not the same incident. So that would have there'd be a real problem to get done too. And it would definitely be a very limited class of people. So I don't know how class action would really work for it. But who knows? Like I said, I'm just a family law attorney, and D Cup Jones he's been a police officer in some form or another, mostly in his imagination, mostly in his dreams, since he was 15 years old. And so obviously he would know better about the law than I do. But to get back to the point, no, there is no case ever that I am aware of, and I've looked into it, and other people have looked into it, and we've researched, between me and all the other people, every single case that the sovereign citizens put forward suggesting that there is, in fact, some sort of constitutional right to drive a vehicle. Drive a car, drive an automobile, drive a land ship, whatever the hell you want to call it. Operate it, pilot it, whatever you want to call it. There's none. Not one. Zip zero, not a Nathan. So when Patty is telling you to go ahead and let your license expire and continue to drive, just remember a few basic things. D Cup Jones has also advocated this, but D Cup Jones maintains a driver's license. He maintains tags on his vehicle. He probably maintains insurance. That's probably one of the many things he begs for. I would suggest to you that patty cakes, if he did buy that vehicle on credit, if he's making payments, he's probably carrying full insurance on it. And full insurance requires it to be registered. And in order for it to be registered, I would guess, I'm guessing here, that he'd have to have a valid driver's license, unless it's not in his name, unless it's in Selena's name or whatever. In which case, who knows? But I'm sure the lender is going to appreciate him getting his vehicle beat up, the windows broken, in order for them to extract his stupid ass, if he ever does, let his license lapse, which I don't think he's actually brave enough to do, because you got to remember, Patty Cake likes to dash before the cops get there. He offers up ID instantly. You know, he's not a brave boy. So anyway, there you go. There's your bit of drama for the morning. I hope your weekend starts right, and I hope you guys have a fun and relaxing Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Always remember the point of Martin Luther King Jr.'s, despite what anybody else wants to tell you, the point of his I Have a Dream speech is that we should be looking past the color of each other's skins and judging each other on the contents of our character. The character in this community is somewhat lacking, so I can completely empathize with old Toothless Tom calling Patrick what he called him. It's appropriate if you think about it on that level, isn't it? Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.